Okay, anybody got any technical subjects or projects they've been working on or questions at the TechSig type uh roundtable type of meeting at this point?
Uh, well, I ran into an interesting experience yesterday that I'd like to introduce some people to. For the first time, I went swimming with my cell phone in my pocket, and I didn't figure it out until I was in the pool for about an hour. And of course, my phone doesn't work anymore, and I have a new one on order that will arrive tomorrow. What I discovered, now that I'm using strong passwords and a password manager and two-factor authentication, I was at my niece's house. I didn't have my phone, and I needed to log on to my phone company's website to order a new phone. And it wanted to email me a code to my email address to verify because I was on her Apple MacBook. And so I went to Gmail, and Gmail I have set up for two-factor authentication, and it wouldn't let me in either. So I was stuck at her house, not being able to log on to anything. So what I did a while back, we had an event at Stug where we gave away to some of the volunteers some some really tiny USB flash drives with a little keychain hook on them. And I put it on my keychain. And as my password manager, and I'm not advocating Keypass XC as the best password manager. It's just what I use. This is what I use that everybody, no matter whether you're using a password manager or you're using a different one, this got me out of my jam. Here's what I do. I keep the portable version of Keypass XC on the flash drive, and I keep the Windows installer and the Mac installer, and I keep my Keypass database on there. And what I was able to do was load Keypass on my niece's MacBook, and I had access to all my passwords, and I was able to type in the backup recovery code and my two-factor authentication. Keypass XC is the only free open source password manager that I'm aware of that works on Windows, Linux, and Mac, and can be a TOTP two-factor authenticator app. And so that saved me. I was able to order my phone from her house early enough yesterday that I've already received a notification from FedEx that I'll have my new phone tomorrow morning. So basically the point that I'm trying to make is that if you were to take a small flash drive and put into it, not your entire collection of passwords, but the 3 or 4 important ones that require two-factor authentication or have a backup code, and keep that in your pocket with you. So if you're traveling anywhere and your phone goes kaput, you can log on to the 3 or 4 most important sites that you need to get back your life back in order again. And was just what I wanted to cover.
Isn't there a feature on most password managers where you can actually share the account with someone? You bring it up in the settings, and under settings there's share, and then you put in the share person's name and email address, and they have to accept it, that kind of thing.
The free version of Bitwarden gives you one person that you can have as your contact person. I don't know about the details of any of the other password managers.
Pretty sure RoboForm does, which I've got.
But Keypass runs on every device type. I have an Android tablet, so when I got home, I've been using my Android tablet instead of my phone. It has my two-factor authenticator and Google Voice. Oh, that's another thing. If you set up a free Google Voice phone number, for the day or two that you don't have a cell phone anymore, your family and friends can text and call you on your free Google Voice phone number. That's another thing I learned. So as a way of for emergency purposes. If you're using two-factor authentication and strong passwords, I don't know. My passwords are 40 characters long. There was no way at my niece's house without that flash drive I was ever going to be able to get into my accounts. So that's my tip of the day.
Great.
Wow.
I'm trying to see if I can get something in here.
And Drew, what kind of phone was it?
It was a Samsung Galaxy S21.
And I take it your insurance doesn't cover going into the pool with your phone.
Actually, it does. So,
Really?
I had to pay $200 plus tax. It came to $212 to get a brand new phone. I switched from Verizon to a subsidiary of Verizon called Visible. My phone bill went down from $80, $90 a month with Verizon to $25 a month with Visible. So I added the insurance for an extra $10. So I pay $35 a month with the insurance. And so,
Okay, so that's not your Asurion insurance.
yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
That's Asurion. I have two forms of Asurion. I have Asurion through my phone company that I did completely independent of anything else. I just signed that up with the phone service. And then I have Asurion home insurance. So all of my electronics and computers and everything, if anything should break whatsoever, it's covered. But tomorrow I get to rebuild my phone and put all of the apps. I have like 3 or 4 pages of apps that are in folders that I got to recreate all over again from scratch. But at least my data's backed up, and I had my backup password authenticator. And if you only have one device, your phone and no tablet, and you need a two-factor authenticator, Keypass XC can run on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and can be a two-factor authenticator. And I don't know if I can show you real quick. Yeah, I'll show you real quickly what I mean and how easy this is to do. If I go into my password manager and I get rid of this panel and get rid of this, I'm going to go to Amazon. Can everybody see this, the password manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go to Amazon, and I added into here this little timer thing. This is my two-factor authentication. So if I click on Amazon, and I did this at my niece's house with my other accounts, if I want to sign in, Keypass XC will put in my user ID. It'll put in my password. And then lastly, it will put in my two-factor authentication code. And that's all it takes to log in with two-factor authentication using Keypass XC as your password manager, in case anybody is interested in that. That's how easy that is. So it can get you out of a jam. If you have a family member that you want to give permission to access your bank, for example, and your bank has two-factor authentication set up, and you have it set up with an Authenticator app on your phone, you can give your other person, the KeyPass program and the secret key to get into your two-factor authentication. And then in the absence of you and your phone, they can log into your bank using KeyPass as the two-factor authenticator. So that's another tip to think about.
Good.
And the main tip is not to go swimming with your phone, right?
Yeah, I didn't. The last 2 times I was at my niece's house, I went in with my phone, and then prior to that, my wallet.
Stan, I got a little mini presentation that actually Huey pointed me in the direction to do today. And what I'm going to do is demonstrate Natural Reader, because I'm not using Chrome, which has Natural Reader or something similar to it built in. And I thought I would share my screen, show the site for Natural Reader, and then play, if it'll work for me. I tested it out, and it seemed to work. Play a article that Kim Commando posted on her newsletter that I posted on our Discord and I sent out to the TechSig. And when I actually play that, I'm going to stop the recording, so I'm not going to have a copyright violation of Kim Commando's voice or whoever's voice it is that's doing.
Pause the recording.
I'll
Don't stop.
pause it. Yeah, I won't stop it. I'll pause it. Yeah. But first, I want to share my screen and just show the page. So let me go to that. Share. And screen one. Okay, so I'm on Natural Reader. Let's see if I can. There we go. It was a Chrome web store. So you do go to and I'm using Thorium, which is a Chrome-based browser. It'll also go on Brave or any other Chrome-based browser. And you download Natural Reader AI text-to-speech. So that's what I did there. Okay, so let me stop sharing. Well, I'll actually go to the thing I'm going to play. So this is what I posted to the TechSig, those of you who subscribe to our newsletter. I pulled this off of our BBS on Discord, and then it had to do with the AT&T breach, which affects millions and millions of people all over the world. One of the most significant breaches that's out there of names, addresses, phone numbers. If you have taken advantage of a service call with AT&T, which includes installation of service or termination of service or problems with that service, all of that's recorded as well. And they don't really know just whether it gets into the financial records that's on AT&T or not. But I thought we would get Kim Commando telling us about it. So what I'm going to do first is, let's see if I can pause. Yeah, no, let's pause share. I want to pause, stop share. Okay. I want to pause the recording. So we've seen a lot of breaches over the years, but this one, I think they were saying 95 million, if I remember correctly.
I thought I saw 140 million.
So that's
I have DirecTV, which is a subsidiary of AT&T, and I received a letter saying that I was included in that hacking job, and I was going to get, I think it was 2 years of protection against identity theft. And I have also since gotten a letter from an attorney. I believe they're in Texas. Class action suits have been started. I don't know how much money would be involved. So if anyone doesn't have that attorney, they can send me an email. I'll be glad to share that.
posted on our BBS.
That's already posted? Okay.
No, you posted.
Oh, okay.
In the future, we'll do some tutorials on it as well. APCUG has asked me to do for their August workshop, Saturday workshop. They've asked me to do a tutorial on Discord, so I'll have that, and I will also make it available on our TechSig. But it's fairly significant. I did go through. I'm not a cell phone customer, so I don't have a PIN code on my phone because I'm using Google Fi. So I'm a Google Fi customer. I have no idea if Google Fi is using AT&T lines as backup or using T-Mobile, which so many people do. But not being in the customer database, I'm in Google's customer database. Anyway, I changed everything. I changed my account information to AT&T. I changed the email that I'm contacted on to one of my secondary emails. I changed my login and password that way. And then I did go ahead and change the PIN on my phone, even though it's not on AT&T with Google Fi. So you do what you can do. It's the wild, wild west out there on these things.
Yep. And those of you who have consumer cellular, they also use AT&T services for some of their customers, and so beware of that as well.
Back to you, Stan. Anybody else got any questions?
Drew, what was the website you just posted?
Let's see, let me go back to it. It was, let's see if they're going to do it for me. It's a Chrome extension. So you go to the Chrome extension store if you're using Chrome. If you're using Brave, I'm using a variant of Chrome called Thorium. Not too many people use that, but it's very fast. So anything that you can download an extension for a Chrome Edge, you can use these in Edge too. At any rate, it's called Natural Reader. So you would search the Chrome Web Store for Natural Reader, and then you would download it to your browser.
I see. Thank you.
It says 130 plus natural AI voices. Their AI, as you probably were listening, their AI needs some work because they were just merging sentences, paragraphs with, into each other. But there was some inflection in the voice of the reader, which I thought was pretty good. They'll get there. And Huey, you've already used your voice. They've sampled your voice, and then you've used your voice for a couple of things, and it sounded pretty natural.
Yeah. There's a few more being added, but they all have costs to them because it does cost quite a bit to make that happen.
Yeah, I use one called Voice Out, which works really well for me. That's a Chrome extension as well.
Okay, I'll look into that. Anything else?
Control copy. I'll just post it real quick.
Okay. And
And I showed in the Windows SIG, I showed Speechify, and I also showed the reader mode, which is an extension as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and for those that are following the chat, if you open your chat box, there's 3 dots at the top right, and you can click Save Chat, and it'll save it into a Zoom folder on your computer. Either that, or you can hit Control-A, which will select everything, Control-C to copy it to your clipboard, and open up Word or text document and paste it with a Control-V.
On Windows 10, the 3 dots are still on the bottom.
Okay, mine are Windows.
Oh, really? Windows 10, they're still there?
Mine are on the top.
Stan, I would imagine you probably have an older version of Zoom.
Yeah.
No,
It's not.
I believe I'm up on Zoom, but there's a format and add emoji file, and then the 3 dots for more. And the only thing that's more is save chat or merge to meeting window.
Oh, okay.
And this
Does
is
your Zoom
Windows
say at the
Phone.
top? Does your Zoom at the top on the left say Zoom Workplace?
No, it says Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're on an older version.
You're an older version of Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, it's now called Zoom Workplace.
So again, either way, save chat if you've got the older version, or open up chat. So you've got the window, 3 dots in the upper right, and save chat. Okay. I'll stop recording then.
Longer people want to stay online, but I can spend about 10 minutes or so. I recently, let me do a share, encountered a package manager for Windows that comes from Microsoft, actually, and it's called Winget. And it's built into Windows 11, and it has been retrofitted into Windows 10. So it's the command that you type at the command line is just called winget. And what I've done is I'm going to pass out to the whole CFCS list a list of these. These are the following commands that they, install, show, upgrade. I have in my notes, I'll send out a list of the important ones that you want to know to look at. If you type in winget and the word list, what it does is it lists out all of the software that you have on your computer, what version it is, and whether or not there is a new version available for you to use. And here is a list of all the software on my computer. And you can see that this is the column that shows the version, and then this is the available column. So it's saying that I have a new version of Betterbird available, a new version of DN grep is available, and then here is a new version of LibreOffice. And you can install, upgrade, or upgrade all of your software. And you can do this at the command prompt, but I know a lot of people don't like the command prompt. So somebody was nice enough to write a graphical user interface program. And this program is called Uniget UI, formerly winget. I don't know why they changed it from winget to uniget. It doesn't make sense to me, but it has here that very same list, a consolidated list of all of the apps that are available for install or upgrade on my computer. So if I were to just say I'll just do a quick test and update that selected package, it's going to go out to the manufacturer's website and download the software. And how this works is Microsoft maintains the master database for winget. And companies like Zoom and others, Discord is one of them, LibreOffice, there's thousands of them. And they register their software with Microsoft. And this software program I have configured to go out every 24 hours and check for updates. So every day when I get up in the morning, it tells me if any of my programs have ever needed to be, oh, this is waiting for me to say yes, I'm sorry. It will automatically let you know that you have software that can be upgraded. If you type in at the command prompt, there is a command called winget upgrade, and that will upgrade an individual software program. If you type out the name, and the name has to be this one in the column in the middle here, this ID. So if I wanted to upgrade AutoHotkey, I would highlight AutoHotkey.AutoHotkey and then say upgrade AutoHotkey.AutoHotkey, and it would go ahead and do it. I don't want to do that right now because that program I want to keep on the version that I have. If you were to type in winget upgrade --ALL, it will go out and upgrade everything that can be upgraded. And there are over 3,000 software packages in the winget library. And if you want to search for software, you can type in winget search, and you can search for a particular app, or you can search for the manufacturer of an app. So let's say I put in Techsmith just to see, oops. And, oops. Search Techsmith. And it shows a list of Snagit and Camtasia. And if I wanted to install Snagit 2024, I would simply highlight this text, copy it, and say winget install, and then paste it in. Now, that's a DOS command. People don't like DOS commands. So what you do instead is in this GUI, which is free, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a Discover Packages. I can type in Techsmith over here as well and search, and it will come up. It should come up with the same list of software. And come on, show me the list of software. Come on, you can do it. Why do demos never work right? It should be showing me the same list that I saw at the command prompt. I'm going to stop that and just type in Snagit and see if it finds Snagit. And while this is searching, underneath settings, it has a list of package managers. And for those of you who are familiar with Linux, Linux uses a system of software upgrades called package managers. And this supports winget, which is Microsoft's, I don't know if you guys can read this or not, it's Microsoft's official package manager. It's made by Microsoft, so this is not, this GUI is third party, but not winget. Winget is Microsoft. And for some reason, it's not showing me the software that I want to see.
Put in Techsmith.
Loading packages, and yeah, it for some stupid reason, it doesn't want to work. I have an alternate solution. I have another version of this running.
That's probably why.
Well, this is a virtual machine. I'm going to put in Techsmith over here and see if this comes up. Yeah, there we go. And it's going to start listing the software, and it will eventually, it'll take a few seconds. But if I go back to a browser window, what I want to show you is there is a website called winget.all.
You spelled it wrong.
Oh, did I? Yep. winget.all. And put it over here instead. Let me look at my list of software. This will show me winget all where. I apologize for this. It should be, oh, you know what? Winget.run. Winget.run. I apologize. Winget.run is the official winget package manager. And it's a graphical user, it's a website that you can go to, and you can search. When you search for a package, you can search by package name, the publisher, the description, or a series of tags that they may have put in here. So if I put in Techsmith here and say view all results, it's going to show Snagit 23, Camtasia 22, 21, and 20. If I go to the command prompt, it shows me 24. I don't know why this is missing 24, but the command prompt shows the correct version. And this guy is only showing Techsmith Snagit. My demo is not working very well. There is a
Well, what you're showing, it only shows Snagit, is it's only showing what you have installed. The other one shows all the packages available, correct?
No. Well, this particular program has a Discover Packages. The first button on this upper top here, if I were to type in email, for example, let's try a more generic search. It should go out and find anything that is tagged as email related. And this Windows graphical user interface program is a replacement for the command line. It shows you all of the software packages, and it will tell you whether it's getting it from the Microsoft Store or whether it's getting it from Winget. And if I want to install Thunderbird, for example, what I would normally do is just type in Thunderbird. Oh, no. I gotta
Spelled it
stop.
wrong.
I'm typing too fast. I'm trying to go too fast. And it will, in all likelihood, bring up the Thunderbird program. And it's again not demoing for me correctly. This program normally works perfectly. I promise you. It runs in the system tray automatically. And in settings, I have it set to notify me, show notifications, update preferences. There we go. I have it set for every 1 day. You can set it for a week, 3 days, 8 hours, whatever you want. I have it set for a day. And so every 1 day, it tells me whether or not I have a software program that needs to be upgraded. Discord needs to be upgraded. So if I can just say upgrade that package, and it'll go out and download from the Discord website the new version of Discord. And because this was already installed, it's probably going to work properly to do the upgrade. And it has successfully verified it, and it's in the process of updating it. And there are literally thousands of software packages available. And while that is doing that, there is a winget. Where is Winstall? There we go. Let's click on this and go to Winstall. Winstall is another website that has 6,326 apps in here, 6,326 apps. And they're sorted right now by recently updated. You can go in here and say that you want to install, oops, it failed. Search for 7-zip, for example. And I can, if I click on the program 7-zip, it gives me the command line syntax that I need to just copy to the clipboard and paste it into the command prompt, and it will install 7-zip. The other option that I have, if I do I'll do 7-zip again. There's this plus icon here. If I click on the plus icon, it adds it to a list. And I can, if I want to, install as many different programs as I want. I can search for another program. If Snagit is in here, and it is, I'll put that in the list. And now I can say generate script, and it will give me the choice of having a batch file script, a PowerShell script, or a winget import script. And let's say you're in customer service, or you're helping out a friend, or you're building a new computer. You can take 5 or 10 or 15 software programs that you normally like to use, all your utilities, paid software, browsers, doesn't matter, and create a script that you can run and have it automatically install all of those apps completely silently without interaction with you at all.
Drew,
Yep.
Drew, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but lightning is flashing and thunder is rolling, and I'm going to have to stop the recording. Hopefully the system won't shut down.
Okay.